by Emily Dickinson. She said, if I can bring one bird back to its nest again, I have not lived in vain.
Our starting questions are,
what is lipedema and Dercum's disease?
And what are the similarities and differences?
Two examples of a subcutaneous adipose tissue disorder are lipedema and Dercum's disease.
Lipedema is a painful fatty enlargement in the arms and in the lower extremities as well. It affects mostly the lower extremities, and this tissue can't be removed by diet or exercise, so lifestyle changes. It mostly affects women, and it affects 11% of women in the world today. But this percentage is said to be very low because it is a misdiagnosed disease. Lipedema patients experience enlargement of their lower extremities and also sometimes of their arms. And they also experience painful lipomas, being tender to touch their lipomas, so it hurts them. They experience weight gain, a lot of weight gain due to the increase of the subcutaneous adipose tissue. Lipedema patients also experience easy bruising due to the increase of the subcutaneous adipose tissue.
So patients with lipedema can have either a small amount of lipedema fat or a large amount of lipedema fat. And no matter how much fat they have, sometimes the pain can be unbearable. The more fat you have on your body in lipedema, it starts to inhibit your ability to walk. And it also causes folds in the fat, and they can get infections and irritation. A lot of them then develop lymphedema, which is just a terrible outcome of this disease.
I do think it's misdiagnosed a lot. Other health professionals or even individuals who just aren't as familiar with it are probably still not diagnosing it correctly.
As I said, it started when I was 12, and it started in my thighs first. And I went from being a very skinny kid to having stretch marks on my thighs, which is embarrassing and frustrating because all I heard from doctors from then on was lose weight, lose weight. Everything's going to be okay, you just need to lose weight. Well, I went on diet after diet after diet. And we're talking starting out in the 60s where they even prescribed amphetamines, which not a good thing.
I had to actually go to part-time at school because of the pain, and I've seen about 10 doctors, so my whole life's kind of been altered.
Dercum's disease is a form of subcutaneous adipose tissue disorder. It is explained to be adiposis dolorosa, which is painful fat. Patients develop lipomas in their arms, upper legs, and on their torso with Dercum's disease.
I used to be very athletic. I rode my bike about every other day for 8 to 12 miles. I surfed. I had gone to Australia like in 2012 before the symptoms started getting really bad. And I haven't been able to do those fun things. Yeah, I'm not able to work anymore. Yeah, I'm not driving anymore. I forget I'm holding the water.
The difference between lipedema and Dercum's disease is that patients with lipedema have fat between their ankles and their waist, and they also have fat on their arms. Onset age is adolescence, pregnancy, menopause, or puberty.
Whereas Dercum's disease consists of brain fog, joint pain, lipomas on torsos, arms, and legs. The onset average age is 35.
The similarities between Dercum's disease and lipedema are that they are both subcutaneous adipose tissue disorders.
Patients often feel fatigue.
Patients experience painful lipomas.
Patients have lipomas and lymphedema.
The manual lymphatic drainage is a massage in which you massage the lipomas in order for the fluid inside the lipomas to go through the lymphatic system normally, so the lipomas would smooth out and you would have normal skin again.
We use ultrasound to scan the patients with the lipomas in the vessels, the skin, and the fat under the skin. Liposuction is a form of treatment for lipedema and Dercum's disease. This is a form of treatment to be able to get rid of the fat. There are two techniques, so there's the Tumescent and water jet technique.
Liposuction to get rid of the fat, and it's amazing how the pain decreases for them and they start becoming more active and they're happier and they have less fatigue.
The goal of the TREAT program is to educate people about lipedema and Dercum's disease, and also with research finding the better way to make the lipedema and Dercum's disease patients feel better.
It's really great to work with a population from a research perspective that wants to be very active in the research.
I was able to shadow with Dr. Karen Herbst in a clinic, and we were able to shadow biopsies and to hear all the stories about the patients who are experiencing the different pains with their disease. And we were able to learn about the different tools that we can use to help our research.
I do think research is very important to finding a cure, because we really have no idea what causes lipedema or Dercum's disease. And if we can figure out the genetics of it, then we can understand what proteins are changed in the tissue, and then we could try and target those proteins to make them work better.
So research is the only answer. We've got to find out what it is, why it is, and how to really effectively treat it.
It's real. It's common, I would say. I mean, after finding out about it, I can definitely see other people that have it and probably have no idea that they have it.
You gotta do research, because I don't know what's going on with it, and I got it. So who are you gonna ask?
When you see a person who has a lot of pain in their fat tissue, that you should consider lipedema and Dercum's disease as a healthcare provider, because I think both diseases are very underdiagnosed.
Lipedema, Dercum's disease should be more known, that people shouldn't dismiss it, because it's not only a fat disease, but it's a painful fat disease. So these people are in pain every day and they don't know what to do, because this disease is misdiagnosed with obesity.
Educate our medical profession, educate your family, your friends, and have them start talking about it. Know the facts. Learn all you can about it.
It is a rare disease and it's very serious. So I think it's important for everyone, especially physicians, to know what it is. And I think that if we can be able to improve this research, that we can find a cure.
It's important to eat healthy, and it's important to keep moving and exercise, but we need to come up with different ways to cause the fat to go away, rather than just by eating healthy food and by moving.
Our concluding questions are:
Why does lipedema primarily affect women?
and why does the adipose only remain in the legs with lipedema?